We cooking. It's another session. It's another time. It's another podcast. And welcome. This is your boy, Luel Fantroy, your creative coach and community designer. You know, I'm here with a special guest, Christopher Scott, the hip hop social worker. He got so many different type of names, wears so many hats. He's a cool brother, man. And he go tell you about him. But first, I want to tell you how I met Chris. I didn't really, we haven't actually sat face to face. How I connected with him online, how we did some lives, how we just DM'd each other back and forth. We support one each other online. He inspired me. He encourages me. And what stuck out to me and how I think I saw him on the internet. I actually don't remember exactly how I came across this brother. but we knew friends of friends and stuff like that on social media, and I just connected. I think I reached out or something. Then I think it was Facebook, but I saw what he was doing, and the name hip hop social worker really hit me because I was like a black dude in social work, advocating for social work, talking about mental health, also, you know, being vulnerable, telling his story, mixing it with music, poetry, art, everything, and making it look fly, making it look dope. And it inspired me to say, you know what, I can present myself in such a way where I can be myself and still talk about these deeper issues without fitting narrow waves of what's expected, what black, you know, man's how supposed to express himself artistically and everything. So he modeled me. He models for me. And that's why I'm the type of person that learn from people, and I look at people, and Chris doing his thing, hearing his story really inspired me, connected with him. And that's what I appreciate you being here, giving your time. And that's what I want to say. All that to say is that, Chris, introduce yourself, tell the people who you are. How do you define yourself?
Yes, sir, man. How I define myself, man. I'm really like a team player. I feel like that what makes me like a good social worker. I feel like if we down together, I want to do my part to make sure that we succeed. I never want to be looked at as a slouch or someone that can't pull their weight, or, you know, if I say I'm about to be somewhere at 10 o'clock, I like to be there at 10 o'clock. I just like to be dependable. You know what I'm saying? I like, when you think about me, you think about a person who's solid. A person that's going to do what they say they're going to do. You know, if you count on me to bring 10 chickens, I want you not to stress about me bringing the 10 chickens. You know, I'm gonna make sure that I bring the 10 chickens. You know, so that's a little bit about myself. I also just want, you know, I love, you know, kind of working with different creatives, working with different people, highlighting people's different stories, highlighting their talents, you know, just really trying to make people shine. We can shine together, you know. If I had unlimited resources, I would love to, you know, like, I feel like, you know, I would build a team, but, you know, like, I feel like, you know, I have problems with asking people to do stuff for free, you know what I'm saying? Because I know time is money and people got families and stuff like that. So, but, you know, I still ask people, you know, to collaborate, you know, when I need to. But I feel like, you know, if I could, I would love for everybody to kind of get compensated for something, and we can kind of build, create, and just, you know, put our stories out there, put our talents out there, you know. So, and really all this is new for me, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I was creative when I was younger, but then like I went to like a lull in middle school where I just wanted people to leave me alone. So I stopped creating, and then I want to say I recently found it within like the last 11 years, you know what I'm saying? But really picking it up around the last like 4 years, you know what I'm saying? So all this is like, you know, just kind of rediscovering myself, you know, kind of establishing that confidence that I should have had all this time. But you know, I don't want to say, you know, I don't want to dwell on the past, but and that's part of my practice too as a social worker, you know what I'm saying? Like I want people to see what they don't see in themselves. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people to waste time. I don't want people to waste time doubting themselves and, you know, thinking like, you know, what other people's thinking, or you know, why should I do that? Because, you know, I feel like I had a lot of people telling me, you know, like what I should be doing, what I shouldn't be doing, instead of saying, well, you know, you could do this, you could do that. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see another person waste their potential. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? No matter how old you are, you know what I'm saying? Like if you 40 and you got an idea, man, I want you to do that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I want you to at least try. So
I
so
love
yeah.
that. Thank you for opening up with that. That's pretty powerful too. How you open up with creativity and then you mix that with social work. And when everybody I bring on here and I do this podcast specifically for selfish reasons because I want I do this for my kids. I want my kids to see black and brown humans highlighted. You know, historically we've been de-emphasized. So I want to emphasize our intelligence, our creative, our genius, our strength, our resilience. I want that, and that's why the guest I bring on is those black and brown humans with hues. You know what I mean?
Right.
With color. You feel me? So you said that you started late. Yeah, I
Right.
feel like that. And 30 years old is when I became a kid again, or picked that back up. And you have
Right.
something said late bloomer, and I feel like I'm a late bloomer.
So yeah, I mean, that's like a concept, you know what I'm saying? Like just kind of like if I were to do like a media group, it would be called the late bloomers, you know, because I feel like a lot of me and my friends are shaking the ideals of, go to work, come home, do it again, right? You know what I'm saying? We out
Mm-hmm.
here, we picking up cameras, picking up microphones,
Mm-hmm.
picking up pens, papers, writing stuff, even at our jobs, you know what I'm saying? Like we might be like, doing the extras, like, planning events, trying to really figure out how to get to the top of the brass, you know what I'm saying? Not just waiting for the brass to come to us and maybe
I
say,
love it.
hey, I noticed what you're doing. Like that's not how it works, you know what I'm saying? We got to put ourselves out.
Yeah.
So I feel like, the late bloomer media group just sounded cool. I haven't really made it official,
Yeah.
but
But
I
that
have shared
concept
that
is fire.
video.
It spoke to me.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like you're right, because I feel like a lot of people, man, I feel like that generation of people who were like, 30 in 2015, right? You know what I'm saying? Kind of we were kind of told play it safe, you know what I'm saying? Which I tell people not to play it safe, you know what I'm saying? Like you should probably struggle a little bit. Like I was talking to this young gal at my school I work at. She talking about moving to New York, but she was scared. I was like, well, you young, you know what I'm saying? You might as well
Yeah.
do it. You know what I'm saying? You might as well do it, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, my parents was trying their best to protect me from like pain and stuff, right? So like, okay, so like, here's the safest thing you could do because I don't want you to experience the hardship of like, adulthood. But it's like, yeah, but you also could say, hey, why don't you just go live a little bit and then, come back if you need to, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so I feel like late bloomers was something that I just kind of mess around with. I still might, you know I still have all the PNGs. I still might use it. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
but yeah, that's just something I play around with
Mm-hmm.
because it speaks to me.
Exactly. And I like that. And that's what it's about. And we think when we come up, you've seen my journey. I mean, other people that's been knowing me for a long time. Whatever season I'm in, I have a name, a concept, a slogan, and a theme. So people
Right.
always thinking certain things like highlighting hues. This podcast has been simmering. I've been saying highlighting hues for like 3 to 4 years. It was go habits. Actually, no, yeah, 2.5 years, and it's certain concepts that I got so many sitting on the shelf. Now I'm knowing how to now put them all together and make them serve one another. But
Right.
uh, but yeah, no, I'm
You
just
know,
go ahead.
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but like
No,
the
go
thing that
ahead.
I appreciate about you is that you document every single
Yeah,
like phase of your creative process. It's like, okay, you started out. I remember the first time is when you and bro had the podcast, and then your TikTok was kind of doing this thing, and then then you like went to like putting your logo on different artists, and then you kind of then you I mean what I'm saying, like it was just dope how like I would see like, okay, now you like what I'm saying, now you're doing the vlogging. Okay, so now he's doing vlogging. Now he's like showing us his camera work. Now he's like, so like I feel like every a few months it's like, okay, it's something new.
yeah.
So I can always expect something, a fresh idea from you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's me. I call it processing publicly and also artistic expression in a way where all these ideas is there, and I just play with them, and it's me practicing them out loud. and
Right.
and especially as my creative journey too, until it all makes sense. I remember put out a post. I said one day it's gonna all make sense, and it's crazy how I'm coming into it and making sense. And I stopped looking at my age. I stopped looking at my age and start saying, "Oh, I'm not late to the game." No,
Right.
my kids is making me channel that kid in me. You know what I mean? So no, but
Mm.
no, yeah, no. I like to give different looks, different. I get bored with the same look and easily and stuff like that. But um, that being said, I just did want to just tell you, man, you inspire me. I love your creativity. I love your vlogs. I love your reviews and stuff like that, man. I was like, when I see people out there creating, especially black folks, when I see other brothers creating and sisters out there, like it just inspires me. So I saw you and I was like, oh, this is dope.
Right.
Yeah, what you doing is fire. I like what you're doing. But yeah, man, you got a podcast too. Got well over 100. You got Instagram just popping off. You just blew up on the social media. You're really helping out people like in direct service. Also, you doing it like, man, socially and globally. What's talk about social work and how did you want to get in there and your education background?
Man, so social work was something that I kind of stumbled on, right? So um, man, so like I had this idea to become a barber. I became a barber, right? Became a barber, but I went back to college to get like a business degree. That didn't work out. Long story short, didn't work out. So on one day I'm talking to my mom and I'm trying to put the dots together. Okay, so I'm in college. I'm low key too deep to quit. You know what I'm saying? I got to get my degree now, but I don't know what in. So I ended up getting it in social sciences. My initial dream job was to work for DHS.
Mm.
Get a state job, chill, retire in a few 20 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, for some odd reason, DHS never hired me. They never hired me, whatever, right? So I ended up getting a job in the Dalles at this youth jail because I like to work with kids. You know what I'm saying? That's like my thing. Um, get the job at the youth jail. One day I see a dude come in. He gives an assessment to a kid and leaves, and I'm like, okay, so like what do you do, right? And I never even thought about therapy or mental health or nothing like that until like but it wasn't in my it wasn't in my mind at that time, right? He said,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm a therapist," and I say, "Well, how do you become a therapist?" And he's telling me he was telling me like the route to do that. And what's funny because like I was gonna because like after college I was trying to figure out what I was gonna do, uh, you know, but I knew I looked at going to grad school for MSW,
Mm.
but I didn't know at the time that I could be a therapist with that.
Mm-hmm.
So of course I didn't go in 2010, but I went in 2014.
And what's MSW for the
Oh,
listeners?
sorry, my master's in social work. Right, so
Okay.
I got a bachelor's degree in social sciences, and I have a master's degree in social work.
So we got an
Currently,
educated nigga right here.
right, yeah. Yes, sir.
You know what I
You know
mean?
what I'm saying, right? You know what I'm saying, man. Super.
That's dope
And I'm
though.
in the
And
process of getting
that's
licensed.
another thing that inspired me too, man. Too. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm in the
Mm-hmm.
process of getting my license. Well, maybe I don't know. I feel like that process is getting on my nerves, but hey. Yeah. So yeah, I do therapy when I want to. I see clients when I want to. But I'm trying to pivot my social work career into doing like more trainings, facilitating groups. My goal is to make better social workers.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So like I'm trying to move away from the direct practice and put my knowledge onto younger people. You know what I'm saying? Like here's how you work with these kids, here's how you work with these people, here's what you
That's
shouldn't do,
dope.
what you should do, I'm pivoting, because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if I can get into a space where I can do more like public speaking, group facilitation, that will allow me more time to create. But
Mm.
also working in a school allows me a lot of time to create because of schedule. I'm about to be on summer break, so
Yeah, the flexibility in that. Yeah.
right,
Mm-hmm.
so I feel like hopefully Lord willing, I can go out there and I can create at least 3 vlogs a week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
You
you
know,
love vlogging. You love picking up that camera. You love documenting. You know.
I do on the camera, on the phone, man.
Mm-hmm.
the phone is the easiest way to do it. I'm not
It
gonna hold
is real. That's real. That is
it, man.
real. You don't have to
Especially if you,
overthink it. It is just
right,
press record.
especially if you have like the iPhone 12 or 13,
Yep.
man, it's
Shoot,
really
even
like just
11, like the 11, man, pretty much like 11 on up. Excellent.
right, right.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
so but I do like camera. I do like camera work, and
yeah,
I really I want to get into food photography as well.
yeah.
I'm
And
trying
by
to
the way,
figure out what.
like you progress fast too. I remember you start flicking, then all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. Every time you post, like it either be a couple weeks later or even next month, I see progress. I go,
Right,
dang, that's dope, and you
right.
stick to it. No, your stuff is
You
looking
know,
crispy. You know what I
man,
mean?
I talked to I got two people that I lean on for support. My homeboy Josh Manus
Hmm.
and my guy Bio. You know,
Hmm.
they've been doing it for a long time, and I
That's
talk to
dope.
them a lot. Just I feel like people got to have people to
You got
reach
to.
out to.
You
You know what
got
I'm
to.
saying? So for creative support,
Hmm.
to bounce ideas off of. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, yeah, but yeah, I do that a lot. The guy that I do the food vlogs with, Curtis.
Yeah.
He has, we work together pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
but also, like like I wanted the food vlog to be like Wu Tang. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause we made it like in the pandemic, you know what I'm saying? So you never know if somebody got COVID or somebody got to take a few weeks off or something. So I was like, okay,
Yeah.
so like the idea is
Is
when
it
we
like
come
Wu
together,
Tang?
great. You know what I'm saying? Like when we come together, it's tight. We what I'm saying, we build it, but but when we solo, it's what I'm saying, like like
Yeah.
it can still work. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like that model is working because like of course, I post a lot just because,
Yeah.
I do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But then he throws something in there, you know what I'm saying, and it works, you know what I'm saying? So like we both building, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
this
This
brand up,
rhythm.
you know what I'm saying? Right,
Yeah. Which
and
is
then
hard
like,
to do. You know what I
right,
mean?
and he has drones and he has a camera too,
Oh wow.
you know what I'm saying? So like so when we really like get into our shit, you know what I'm saying? We got like camera angles and we got drone footage, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's
I
really
like how y'all do it. I like
able
how
to be
raw it
clean.
is.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like everybody gotta have a niche. And really our idea was to like, have like black voices in this space. I see a lot of no offense, but I'm just saying, like I see a lot of white people doing food vlogs, a lot of
Yeah.
Asians. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
need to
No,
see
that's
more.
facts.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I need to see more of us. You know what I'm saying? Doing that too, and getting love for it.
For real.
But we all can work together. But I'm just saying, I'm saying we all need to be represented as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, me and Kurt, this summer, I
Mm-hmm.
think we're gonna do some more work. It does take a long time to like do like a 3 minute vlog,
Yeah.
like you're saying, because like we gotta set it up because we both got families and kids and stuff, so we gotta
Yeah.
set that up. Then it takes about 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we gotta drive somewhere. We gotta figure out where we're gonna go. Sometimes places be closed, or it be super busy, or don't be open yet. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta
Yeah.
figure out. So what's Plan B? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then so there's been time where we like we've been out for a few hours, and they be like, shit, we only got like one spot, but then we just kind of make it do what it do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, shout out to my guy Kurt.
No, that's
You
dope.
know,
I enjoyed those, man. And I love how you talked about the creative process and also that team process. This is difficult. And but at the same time, it's like Wu Tang when y'all come together, it's dope and everything is firing off. And I
right?
love the vibe and yeah, giving black voices and stuff like that. Yeah, and represent. To me, it just inspires me. Like I'm like, ooh, they out there doing a food review, cool. And I always trust your reviews, like for real, because you be keeping it 100. I said, if this dude don't like it, I'm not eating it. Like I don't know. Usually, I'm very skeptical. Like some people, I'm like, nah, this dude, that's. But yeah,
Right.
yeah, nah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun. No, but I like how
Definitely.
you said too. You like you got your education and stuff like that. You position yourself to be in a position to be direct service on a level too that you want to be on too, as well,
Mhm.
working with young people. And you say
Right.
you want to now elevate, promote yourself. That's what Be Your Platform is all about. Is be your connection, meaning first of all, connect with yourself, get to know yourself, instead of trying to find the right connection. Now, be your opportunity. Understand every single day you wake up is opportunity. And also be your promotion, meaning position yourself and do what you have to do to promote yourself. Make yourself attractable enough to the point you attract, not really trying to pursue and extending. But anyway, all that to say is I'm over here trying to break it down. But no, what you was talking about, you want to promote yourself to the level of like, hold on, let me teach teachers, let me teach trainers, let me train trainers. And even the way you talk, and be honest with you, over like your content, always it seemed like it already been that. You know what I mean? And which is dope. That being said, is that but the reason why you want to do that is because you want to free up trainers so you can really make better trainers and better leaders. So then you can train them, let them do the direct service that you put in the work. Then you can step back, then have time to do creative work on some fun projects. Because what's the difference between the two professions? Like, man, where you feel more alive creating, or, balancing the both, going back and forth? What's the rhythm in that?
Right. I feel like, of course, creating always gives me like more, more juice to like, working for someone else. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, making better social workers or, or training people will be the perfect blend. Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I can create a training course or whatever.
Yeah.
I can present the course, interact with people, and then, I get paid, an above average fee. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So like,
absolutely.
so I feel like, I feel like, because I'm doing it on my own time and not like, following someone else's, here's how you do this, that like, that will kind of satisfy, two things at once. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think that's a dope right there.
But taking pictures and taking videos of me out just kind of messing around, eating, or or like I've also done videos where like my people just kind of walking around town and I take it and edit it up like that. I like doing that stuff too. I got a goal this summer. Working summer school and doing public speaking for a few speaking engagements. I'm gonna try to get two cameras. Two nice cameras, because by the time I want to step out and be confident enough to like charge someone for me to come take pictures. Right now, I feel like I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? Even though some people might say I am, you know what I'm saying? But my camera's like, kind of like, I don't know how it would do well like at nighttime, you know what I'm saying? So like I want to get a better megapixel camera, and then I want to get like another video camera just because,
Yeah.
So
you don't want to get a hybrid?
I feel like the hybrids that I would want would cost too much money.
Yeah. What's your price range in the camera you trying to get? Like,
so like I want like a Canon R, right?
Yeah. So you want photography first?
Well, that's why I'm getting two cameras. So the Canon. So like the Canon R, the one I want is like a video camera, right? It is 30 megapixels, right? But my guy Bio, he was like, what you should start out with is the Sony the Sony 7R2. And that's 42 megapixels.
To me, your work, I feel like you can charge people for your work. You know what I mean? You don't have to just, get some checks, get some like, you don't have to pay them a lot, but just start getting them checks, like just to, charge but pick your work. You know what I mean? Like I feel the same way. Somebody asked me the other day, hey, can you take a picture? Do y'all do photography of the basketball team? I'm like, first of all, I said until I do one photography shoot, I will. I never did one photography shoot. So I don't, even with my expensive camera, like I can take a better picture with my iPhone. You feel me? Like, right. No, and I haven't really got to that training and of really going out photography. And that's why I said, man, whatever you learn, I can learn from that. And I'm leaving that that open piece. Like I believe we all platforms and we can all upgrade our platform. You know what I mean? So
for sure.
But anyway, I'm gonna start nerding out real quick. But Sweet Side with PDX.
Yeah, the sweet side of Portland. So that was really something that I came up with. I called him, called McCurtis. Like, hey, at first it's supposed to be him following me around,
Mm.
But then I was like, I kind of like it better when we just kind of, like, us doing it together, right?
Yeah.
But then with like TikTok and Reels, I got better at that. So now it's like, well, shit, we can just kind of make it be what we want it to be, right?
Yeah.
So, not wasting so much time, having to get this footage, go on Premiere, make a, like make a traditional kind of video with a title and stuff. That's tight, cool. But what? But all the quick stuff, like we could take videos.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Your
Like take
TikTok game
6 seconds.
is popping though too. You know how
You
to
know what
do
I'm
them.
saying? Man, I'm learning on the fly. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
I'll be
Everything
honest,
is
I'm
just
not.
on the fly.
Yeah. I'm not.
So
Yeah.
but really, the food vlog was really just an idea just to kind of create more content, learn how to edit more content.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, like what can I do to like kind of make it make sense? So and really, of course, we all, I would love to get like 6-figure contract from Travel Network. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Food Network to pay me to, but maybe one day. You know what I'm saying? But
Absolutely.
before you get those contracts, you got to put the work in. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So right now, we just putting the work in. If nothing comes of it, cool. But I feel like it's the kind of content that you can do a lot because you're gonna go out eat. You're gonna go. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. It integrates
Right.
well with the flow of your
Right.
normal life.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was doing the podcast, Hip Hop Social Worker, I had to, get a guest, make,
Mm-hmm.
make topics, interview them, and then like a lot of my guests was on the East Coast, so I had to, figure that out. So it was just draining, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's tough.
I've been thinking about getting back on it though. I ain't gonna lie to you,
Mm-hmm.
but you know what I'm saying? Maybe one day. But yeah,
Well,
the
this only
food
way
thing,
I can do it right here is
right.
virtual. Yeah.
So and really, I used to have a problem with virtual,
Mm-hmm.
but when the pandemic happened, I was like, shit. Well,
Mm-hmm.
hey, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, but yeah, so yeah, Suicide. Like I said, I really want to get, into more videography. Like maybe if I can find a way to get like to high school basketball games, something like that.
Yeah.
And really, it's just like like how you said earlier, the selfish reasons, right? I want to see myself grow. So like I really just want to see what I can do. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
I love that
I feel like
curiosity. You driven by
right.
curiosity. That's the best
You know what
fuel.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my social, and that's been my social work career for real. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, just figuring out what I can do. When I first got my MSW, I was hell bent on being a therapist. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
as the years went on, you know what I'm saying, and then I became a therapist. Like, man, like, what else could I do? You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
Like, could I be a program director? Could I be an adjunct professor? You know what I'm saying? Could I be a community person? Could I do this? So it's just so I'm driven by, saying what, like what can I do? What, saying, and what, like just kind of growing. I just want to grow, you know what I'm
I
saying? I just
love
want to
that.
grow. I feel like if I have any kind of things that aren't growing with me, then they get less of my attention, you know what I'm saying? Because man, life's about progress. I really can't,
For real.
I don't have the luxury not to progress, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just don't.
That's dope.
So,
And that's that drives that progress is like, yeah, it feels good. It is dope. Like how you saying, you're driven by curiosity. Like, man, I can do this, and it's tight
right.
to even say what you said. You accomplish a lot. You know what I mean? And if you look at, if we even take a look and reflect our own stories of what is it, the disadvantages we had. You feel me?
Right.
In certain areas, but like, and it's like, oh, then it's like, cool, I did this, bam, check mark. And I always saying that, like, we go always step out of boxes. Like, that's progress. It's like, cool, it's checking out. It's all about stepping out one box at a time. You know what I mean? And it's not really every box ain't bad. A box can be a skill that you can evolve to a better skill by stepping out, just elevating and progressing.
I feel like, man, I love when people get together and we all
Yeah,
get excited about something, right?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not just me trying to sell you an idea,
yeah.
right? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, I got this idea, and you're like, okay, nigga, yeah, I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
people that and people
that's
do that, right?
facts.
You
Yeah,
say an
that's
idea,
facts.
and they, okay, whatever, yeah, cool. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
so my whole thing was like, I won't. people to see the work that I do,
Mm-hmm.
and not like hate, but like get inspired. You know what I'm saying? Not just love it, but know that you can do it too. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
it. That's it.
So like, and that's like my biggest goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a person that believes actions speak louder than words. So like instead of me telling you you could do something, I
Mm-hmm.
want you to see me and my people do something
Yeah.
and be like, okay, that's dope. I want to do something. Like I might have an idea to go step out and do something. They stepped out and did something, so I want to go step out and do something. You know what I'm saying? And that to me, that's like that's better than anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just being around people that aren't life sucks. You know what I'm saying? That
That's it.
like
Mm-hmm.
like they want to be inspired. They want to do good. They want to just be creative. Or like do something out of the ordinary. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
yeah, just like you just getting hyped. It's like, man, like I just love when that because I see stuff and get excited. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
For
I
real.
see stuff like man, I can like okay, so like man, like there's times where like I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? Like where I'm like seeing people's like background set up and I'm like zooming in, see what kind of camera they got.
See.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Or like or
You got the
pausing. Okay,
bug.
so
See. Yeah.
right,
You
you know
obsessed.
what I'm
That's
saying?
how I know.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Because I
And you do
wanted.
you screen? I screenshot that.
I haven't not gonna lie, I have screenshotted it, right? You know what I'm saying? But I remember when I was first podcasting
Uh-huh.
and looking at like all these high production podcasts, right? And not
Yeah.
really paying attention that their podcasts are high production, but I was like, well, how can I replicate that sound? You know what I'm saying? Like what are they using to get that sound? So I remember
Yep.
like, looking at mics, looking at mixers, looking at sound, interfaces, all that, you know what I'm saying? And really trying to figure out, okay, how are they doing this? How are they doing that? You know what I'm saying? DMing people, you know, there's a guy that I still follow on Twitter, and he was like the microphone master. He knew everything. He knew like he's really like the podcast king. This dude out of Columbus, Ohio.
What's his
He knew
name?
about all the microphones. His name on Twitter, I know his government name, but I won't say it. But his name on Twitter is CJ, but he goes by CEO Hayes.
Oh, never mind. I
Um,
thought I knew.
and I haven't seen him active in a while. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? But I know that when I was podcasting, he was he been in the game for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, he knew about everything from microphones to interface them. So I remember DMing him, hey, like what should I do? Like he would be cool. Like yeah, man, use this one. Or or use this platform, or him and another dude as well.
Yeah.
Two, they both was helpful. Like because I used to have microphones from Amazon, and I would never get consistent sound quality
Mm-hmm.
ever. You know what I'm saying? Like I could turn my mixer off and have it just recorded like a nice clear episode. I could come back downstairs, turn it on, and next episode would sound like I was like in a hallway. You know what I'm saying? So
Like
sorry,
what the lack
right?
of consistency.
So I'm really trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, like what to do. So I remember just asking around, doing my own research. So yeah, I mean that's just that's really how obsessed I am. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, and really like because having the cameras and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying, like I really like look at people's equipment. Seeing, say, okay, so like, what can I do? I look at videos about my camera to see, what I'm saying. I mean, I don't have a bad camera.
No.
I just don't have a fat camera.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not terrible. Like
So you got what camera you got? You got the T6i, right?
No, I got the SL3.
Oh yeah. You got the SL3.
SL3, right? You know what I'm saying? Which is like a camera for vlogging. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Which is,
I still have the SL2.
Right, and just I've actually watched videos on that one too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm just trying to always just how can I step out and really just do something different.
Yeah.
How can I make $5 today?
Yeah, and that's another thing. No, that's what it is. How can that's always key. Like what app you using? What's the latest app? And I'm a nerd, so I'll just be going in and looking at the latest apps. What's good for
Right.
use? What can I do? And especially,
I know you put me on that CapCut, and that saved me some resources. Because man, I would use a Premiere Pro, and I was paying money for that. And CapCut really, man, they should send you a check because
I'm
because
glad. See, that feels good to get solutions. Real quick, where can we find you, man?
man, you go to hiphopsocialworker.com. Everything there, even my food stuff is on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I made a page for my food photography. I want to do more of that. But yeah, hiphopsocialworker.com. Everything is there. You know, if you want to click on the, how can we connect, you can send me an email at hiphopsocialworker@gmail. I got a lot of email addresses. Suicidepdx at gmail. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm just, just you go there, holler at me. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And
for
yeah,
real.
I like to chop it up. So
All right, cool, man. We go connect too, man. We gonna really get this going. I'm gonna send you an invite here coming up. But all right, man.
okay,
Thank you for your time. Peace. Be blessed,
yes,
man.
sir. Peace, bro.
Peace.